Hi guys, welcome to our channel Cricket Oxygen. In today's video, we're gonna have a special guest, Prabhu, who's been my friend. I mean, we have been covering Tamil content on middle class gully cricketers channel as well. I mean, have a look at it as well. Both of us eventually meeting there. There are a group of people. We are a group of people, working as a team in that channel as well to bring a cricket community, right? I'll leave out the link in the description as well. You can definitely check out the videos as well, right? Hi Prabhu, how are you doing? First time he's there in our channel, and today we're going to talk about the IPL auctions and the Border Gavaskar Trophy. I mean, just preview both. Good time, good weekend for us as cricket fans, and it'll be a good time. So hi Prabhu, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. So thank you for inviting me. I think it's the first time I'm being part of this English channel. So yeah, looking forward. As you already mentioned, it's like a treat for all the cricket fans. They are having a domestic season starting. Syed Mustaq Ali starting. They are having Border Gavaskar Trophy, and obviously the highly anticipated auction is going on. So yeah, it's a pretty good weekend for a cricket fan.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting straight into the IPL auction, I mean, that has grabbed a lot of attention in the past 2 weeks, right? Like not only the 2 weeks, but then since the time there have been talks about the retentions as well. A lot of teams doing well. Yes, so the major key points would be, in my opinion, to start with the IPL auction. Uh, in your opinion, right? So, whom do you think will be the costliest buy in the auction? So, whom do you think will go for the highest price? So, firstly, in my opinion, I think Rishabh Pant and Ashdeep Singh are gonna go for big bucks. So, what is your opinion?
Well, actually, it's a no-blinder because Rishabh Pant is going to break your bank. He's going to fetch more than 20C. Who knows it? He can even breach the 25C
Exactly.
mark because the ability, the dimension he has, he can be a batter, he can be a captain, he can be a wicket keeper. He's a good wicket keeper. His stats proved us like he's like the next brand of like whoever taking, he will be the face of that franchisee. It may be
Definitely.
Punjab because the rumors, like it's not like a rumors, like Ponting is expecting to have Punt back into his
Exactly.
like team. So it could be like it could be anything around 20-25C. He will reach that mark. And apart from that, I actually have a difference of opinion because I think Shreyas Iyer will going to like reach the 15 to 20C marks. But yes, no offense with Ashdeep. He is a good bowler. He has the like he's the only bowler who is in India who can bowl at the top and death as well. So nothing against Ashdeep. I think Shreyas Iyer will be the like the second costliest player in the IPL auction, purely purely on auction dynamics.
Yes, absolutely, and yes, you bought in the topic of auction dynamics as well. I mean, that is a very interesting thing to talk about, and most importantly, in my opinion, I think that is something that will decide the fate of the auction as well, or rather the prices at which the players are being sold. Because let's say that a player like Mitchell Santner, right? So he's a very good commodity, right? He's a very rare commodity that you find, especially in a foreigner, but purely based on the set that he comes in, right? So that is going to highly affect, or rather might also influence the price that he is going to be sold at. So definitely, I think that those are the auction dynamics that we talk about. Yes, talking about Shreyas Iyer as well, you just mentioned the difference of opinion. In my opinion, I think, why have I put Arshdeep at number two? Because for solely the reason that, yes, even Shreyas Iyer was a player that came into my mind. Even KL Rahul, obviously, one of the most destructive batters, Indian batters you can see in the entire IPL, right? So, and otherwise, he's also somebody who gives you three dynamics. One is a wicket keeping option. The other is a very good batter and a captain as well. But how many franchises are actually looking for a captain? Right. So let's say that PBK is going all out for Rishabh Pant. Right. So let's say that Delhi Capitals are maybe looking for a captain, or are they seeing a potential captain, Akshar Patel? But the reports actually suggest that Delhi are going all in for Shreyas Iyer. That is also a definite possibility, right? So other than that, I think LSG as well are settled in with a skipper. KKR also might look for a skipper, but will they return to Shreyas Iyer? That is a question that only time will answer us, because there are multiple rumors, regarding the exit of Shreyas Iyer. And more suggesting that they are due to non-cricketing reasons, right? So in that regard, I really think that the only time will tell us about Shreyas Iyer. But definitely, I think as far as the foreigners are concerned, definitely Josh Butler is a name that is going to go bonkers in the auction, right? So as far as the bowlers are concerned, Ravichandran Ashwin, in fact, the spinners I would like to call rather, if I have to be even more specific, right? So Ravichandran Ashwin and Yuzvendra Chahal are coming straight into the auction. So what do you think about Rajasthan Royals releasing both these spinners? I think I had just one change, or rather one difference of opinion as far as RR's retentions are concerned. Definitely, I think 25 crores, for both Jurel and for Shimron Hetmeyer. To be very honest, we are not really sure whether they both of them will go for 25 crores together in an auction. I mean, that is one difference of opinion I had on Rajasthan Royals. So, what do you think about that?
Well, actually, we already did a pre retention video in our channel MCGC. So we thought like they would be like using RTM on Rian Parag and they will retain Chahal. But I think one of the I don't want to be harsh here, but one of the blunder retention was done by RR in my opinion, because I don't think Hedmeyer reaching that that 11C mark and Duru Jurel
That
going
barrier,
for
yes, yes,
14 crore
I get
mark.
it. Yes,
So
yes, yes.
yeah,
Mhm.
so that in that case they should have gone with Chahal, who is he's legend. When it comes to
Absolutely.
IPL, he has he takes the highest number of wickets. So how could a a franchisee like Rajasthan, like they have been not success after they have not seen success after 2008, but like in the recent past they managed to get into playoffs. They managed to play a finals at 2023. So in that case, how could you just give away a 14 seed to an youngster who is not yet proved, who is like, to be honest, Dhuru Jurel is yet to prove himself. And we don't know how much Dhuru Jurel is going to be fit in the playing 11 for all the 14 matches, because Sanju Samson is a wicket keeper. So how they are going to fit in Dhuru Jurel, that I don't know. But I still believe instead of Shimran Hetmeyer, they should have gone with Yuzvendra Chahal. If they are if they come up with the thought of Sanju and Jaiswal opening so that they let off Butler, that's fine. But I don't see why they put in Hetmeyer at the 11C spot. I still I'm still thinking, I am still rolling my eyes. I don't know, I don't get it actually. But yeah, Ashwin is okay. Leaving Ashwin is fine. Considering the age factor, whether he's going to travel the play till the next mega auction, that's not possible. But releasing Yuzvendra Chahal might be a blunder in my case. But and Yuzvendra Chahal will also reach that the 10 C or
Yes,
12
in
C
excess
mark,
of 10
because
crores. Yes, yes.
and actually, when you talk about Savai Mansingh Stadium, it's actually one of the biggest boundaries. It has one biggest boundaries in the Indian cricket grounds. So in that case, Sagal will be very, very suitable for that. You are going to play 7 matches over there, and having Chagal is he would be the X factor if he was retained. But yeah, now Chagal is having so many options. He can return to Bangalore, which is he excelled really well. So looking forward, and apart from the Indian spinners, the overseas spinners are going to also get a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's
Definitely.
take
They'll go for a good price. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, let's take Noor Ahmed. He's he's a different commodity. He's like a left-handed Rashid Khan. He has some variations.
Absolutely.
He's
Mystery
he's
spin.
grooming him. Yeah, he's grooming himself now. And that Allah Ghasanfar, he is yet to prove, but people may go mad when his name comes. They can go up to either anything above 4 crores is like a big money for Allah Ghasanfar like player. And there comes Vanindu Asaranga. We have saw what Vanindu Asaranga did at 2021 mini auction. Not 2021, it is 2022, I guess. Yeah,
22,
he went
yes.
for
22 was the mega
yeah,
option. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
he
yes.
went for
10.7 crore,
11.
5 crores,
Yeah,
yes.
so spinners are also going to break the auction. So yeah, let's see. And
Yeah,
apart from Josh
definitely.
Butler, there is Phil Salt. I think he's the number one T20
Absolutely.
ranked batsman now. So he has the ability to score. He can set up the tone for you. Like if he plays the 6 overs at the power play, he will definitely give you a flying start. He will fire all your cylinders, he will give you like a 6 over 60 runs or 70 run mark. So he could also be a valuable guy. And like in my opinion, Liam Livingston will be, like he is going to be
Definitely.
uh, break the barriers, because Punjab not used him properly. Punjab not used him properly
Correct.
is the right word to define his IPL career. I don't know,
Mhm.
like if he was there in some other teams, he would be,
Yes.
like he would be valued well because of the commodity he giving. Again, he bowls off spin to the left handers, leg spin
And
to
the
the
leg
right
spin to the
handers.
right. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
which is a and also like he can hit the ball like around 100 meter, 110 meters. So he could
Yes,
fit at
absolutely.
the finishing role to any all the teams, all the 10 teams. So yeah, so it would be great. This is going to be a most, like a new type of auction,
Anticipated
whereas that,
auction. Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes.
because so many players are going to be, shuffled across 10 different franchises. Looking forward for that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you pretty much summarized it really well. Yes, because I think this particular auction is going to be a commodity based auction, in my opinion, right? So,
Exactly. Yeah,
because, you see, there are likes of, the left arm seamers, right? If you take in contention, Mitchell Stark, Trent Bolt, the likes of a bowler like Fazal Faruqi comes into the picture. Someone like,
Joshua Little.
Joshua Little, Spencer Johnson. You think about a lot of names, right? So in that regard, I think this is going to be a commodity based auction, and definitely Indians as well will go for a very good price. The top three Indians, top four Indians that we talk about. So we have definitely discussed about them as well. So hopefully it will be a very good auction, and we will do a post auction show as well. All right. So moving straight into the Border Gavaskar Trophy, right? So the past two seasons, or rather you cannot call it a season. The past two series, where India have toured Australia both the times. India have done really well, and for the last 10 years, Australia haven't been able to retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy, right? So in that regard, I think India will be really confident, but India are definitely going through the transition phase, right? So in that regard, I think India will have to, the experienced heads like Kohli, Bumrah, Jasprit Bumrah, Kohli, KL Rahul, KL Rahul, for him to be that kind of a redemption is going to be very, very important, because I think his career has seen a sudden downfall, right? So to KL standards, he will definitely look to rise up, and Ravichandran Ashwin will be a key member. So what do you think about the series in overall?
Well, actually, if you ask me from an ICT fan perspective, I don't have much expectations because of the previous series, what happened in our home soil. So, and I don't also want to be harsh on the Indian team as well, because as you mentioned, it is a transition phase. We have seen it in 2011, what happened when Dhoni captain, England came here and they won against us. So it is a transition period. So we have to back this Indian cricket team. And as already you mentioned, KL is going to have the redemption in this series. And apart from KL, Kohli is also, like still he's under the radar, but he is actually not under the radar. He set his prime, like he played that
Absolutely.
top level cricket. Now he's playing like like now he's playing that 60s and 70s as a consistent one, but people are still expecting him to score that hundreds. He have to cross that
Yes.
hundreds of Sachin's record. So that's not possible. Like he is playing at his top level cricket now, so we can't be
Yes,
harsh on him as
absolutely.
well. Yeah.
No, because talking about the prime of Virat Kohli that you spoke, I mean, that is the standard that is set, in my opinion, as you rightly mentioned. Because, most times, right, a player like Virat Kohli, like let's say he's somebody who is a legend of the game. If someone has set a standard in that barrier, right? So even if it's slightly lesser, you mentioned for a fact that he's been quite there, getting those 50s, getting those 60s, 70s, maybe not consistently as he does before, but he's there, there and about, right? So on an average of close to 35, definitely at least in the last two, three series. So in that regard, I think Virat Kohli has set a standard in that manner. And talking about the bowling, what do you think? In my opinion, I think they'll play both Ravichandran Ashwin and Jadeja. So what is your opinion in that regard? And they will go ahead with three medium pacers. That is my opinion. So what do you think about it?
Well, actually, I also want to, like Ash and Jeddu to play the, like in the Perth, but due to the bias that like they don't trust, like they're like not trusting, but they think having two spinners won't work at but like these are some ideologies that created by at the thing. So
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think, yeah. So in that thing, in that way, I also want Ash and Jetu to play because purely for the reason they are having around 4 to 5 left-handers. Australia is having 4 to 5 left-handers in their squad. So straight away, like even Smith will also have some troubles with Ashwin. We have seen in the past, like in the last Border Gavaskar Trophy itself, he set him, he placed the leg slip and bowled around his leg and took his wicket. So Ashwin always allowed to play all those mind games. So in that way, I want, but like they want to depth. They want to have the depth of batting. They need players who can bat at the end. Like they need players like bowler who can bat. So in that case, I don't think. I think especially like they will drop Ash and they will take Nitish Kumar Reddy instead because of the purely because of its Perth. Because in Perth you always see that bounce. Like Perth is known for the bouncy
It's
tracks. So
bounce. Yes, yes, yes.
yeah. So in that case, they will go up with three medium paces. So Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, I think I don't want Mohammad Siraj. I would play with Prasidh Krishna and Arshit Rana because they are the like hit the deck bowlers. They will when the like when you hit at the deck, like there will be extra bounce in that pitch, and they are bowling at like 140 plus. So I don't think Siraj is consistently bowling with that 140 mark, but whereas Prasidh Krishna and Harshit Rana having the caliber of consistently bowling over 140 plus bowls. So in that case, I would play Prasidh and Harshit Rana. I can, like I'll give them the caps for Perth. But apart from that, like in the top order, I will go with KL Rahul. I don't think like people will say like Abhimanyu Ishwaran to have the debut cap, but in that case, I don't want
Absolutely.
to debut him this soon because he will definitely going to be the next opener with Shubman Gill once after Rohit retires. So I don't
Yes,
want
yes, yes.
like give him a one match and like then you have to go and play the Ranji Trophy. You don't want here Rohit will play. So in that doesn't work. Like
Yes.
that will also not give the confidence to Ishwaran because he done well. He did everything well in Ranji
Yeah,
Trophy.
absolutely.
Is
He's been a revelation in the first class cricket. You are
Yeah,
absolutely right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So, and more importantly, that another point you mentioned as well. I'll just finish this point. It is for a fact that consistently, after being performed in the after performing in the first class cricket, I think it's a very very important thing that it is a gift that you get your it is seen as a gift if you get your debut cap for India. And more importantly, as a batter, you won't really, wish to play, at WACA, or rather, you won't wish to debut at WACA, right? So you nailed your point absolutely. And yes, moving to Australian perspective, right? So what do you think about Australia? I mean, how will they go? What will be their 11s?
yeah, well, actually, they are pretty settled. Like those guys are just not in the form, but their playing 11 is quite settled. They don't even have a 15-man squad. I guess they just went up with a 13. I guess so. They are
Yes,
pretty settled. They are pretty clear with the mindset. They are like as I already mentioned, like they will always start the cricket right before the game starts. Even before the toss, they will have the
the
talks,
mind games.
banters, the mind games, everything. Like that's what the Australian way of cricket they played since they start playing cricket. So in that way, I think they are pretty settled. They are going to open with Usman Khawaja and that new guy. I don't I
Nathan
forgot his
McSweeney.
name. And yeah, Nathan McSweeney. So they are going to open with them, and they have the pretty solid, middle order with Steven Smith, Labushan, the Travis Head, and even Alex Carey. Like Alex Carey is
Yeah,
what we know what he did for us during the WTC finals. And Head is also like he's a hit or miss player, but when he starts to hit, it would be very hurtful for
very
India.
dangerous. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so and their batting is pretty settled, and in that bowling, I think they will drop Josh Hazelwood and play Scott Boland because what we know what Scott Boland did when he played in the WTC finals and in the
Yes,
Ashes.
and in
So
Ashes.
he's
Yes, absolutely.
yeah. he also bowled deadly bounces, and it would be pretty challenging for Indians, especially the youngsters, because this is their first visit to Australia. Take example, like for Jaiswal, for Sarfraz, those guys are playing first time. Like I don't know where, like people, I mean, Indian team will think Jurel ahead of like playing Jurel in the playing 11, because he did pretty well in the practice game. So
Yes,
we have
definitely. A
saw the
surprise package, in
scorecard.
my
Yeah,
opinion. Yes.
yeah, he really played well. He really played positively. That's what the thing we want. So I think they can even try to fit in him in the playing 11s. But I think I have saw some news is like Devdutt Padikkal is straightly going to play in place of Shubman Gill at number 3. But I don't think how it's going to work, because Devdutt Padikkal has not even given chances in the home soil. He even
Yes.
like played that well in Indian soil. So I don't think straight away, as you mentioned, straight away going into a Perth in like a bouncy track with 140, you are playing your first away game. So I don't think that works. But as I already said, they can open with KL Rahul and Jaiswal. That would be a great choice. And eventually they will have that middle order of Sarfaraz, Pant. Like I am actually especially looking forward for play how Rishabh Pant is going to play on and off the field. So he's going to be the X factor throughout the series. His banters, his wicket keeping skills, his batting skills. Like how he is going to bash Nathan Lyon. So all these things to be watched. So yeah, what's your
Yes,
thoughts on the
definitely.
Indian playing 11?
So yeah, as far as Indian playing 11 is concerned, you mentioned for a fact that they're going to play one of Ashwin or Jadeja, right? So getting straight into the Indian 11, I think I'll go in with firstly Yashasvi Jaiswal will open the batting. I'm not really sure whether they will play Abhimanyu Ishwan, but in my opinion, in my 11, I would like to say that KL Rahul will open the batting. Right, so at number 3, I really don't see Devdutt Padikkal coming in. But if they're going to do that, I think that will, not be the best of the options, to be very honest. But yes, only time will answer us that question. At number 4, you will have Virat Kohli, right? Number 5, Dhruv Jurel. Number 6, allow Rishabh Pant, the X factor. I mean, you spoke about it pretty much. At number 7, you'll have Ravindra Jadeja. At number 8, in my opinion, Ravichandran Ashwin will be a very good pick. Right, and then your 3 medium pacers. In my opinion, I'll go with the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj. This experienced duo already playing in Australian soil the previous time, and I'll go with Akash Deep as well due to purely due to the recency bias. Right, so I think even Prasidh Krishna, for that matter, on that surface would be a very, very good pick. So one of Akash Deep or Prasidh Krishna, I'll be playing as my third medium pacer. Right, so we have discussed a lot. I mean, about both the sides. We definitely hope that it'll be a competitive series, and in my opinion, I think it's going to be a battle of Australia's bowling and India's batting. I think that is going to be the major talking point of this entire series, because both the teams going with their strengths, their respective strengths, in my opinion. So definitely, guys, we will get back with the review as well. And thank you so much, programs, for joining us in this particular video. It was definitely a pleasure, and we will look to join for our future videos as well. So thank you very much. If you guys like this video, do like and share it with your friends, and do put your thoughts in the comment section below. And please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bye everyone.